Hey guys, how's it going? First of all, just I want to say please excuse my voice and all the coughing and clearing of my throat and everything because there's a nasty cough going around right now that I have. So I'm kind of working through that, so just bear with me. So this is hopefully going to be somewhat of a short video that sort of explains a little bit about myself and maybe will help clarify a few things to some people who follow the channel. I know it's not always clear what the point of this channel is, so hopefully I'll address that as we go on. So first of all, just a little bit about myself, I guess, is I am, as of this video, 38 years old. I am married. I've been married almost 10 years, and I have a 6-year-old daughter. I live on the east coast of Canada. Pardon me. So, yes, I'm Canadian, as I'm sure that's come up before, and I'm sure a lot of you guys know that I'm Canadian. So, I mean, it's none of that is really relevant, I suppose, to this channel, but some of you guys are curious, I imagine. But yeah, the whole thing about this channel, I know a lot of you guys subscribed when I was doing a lot of lessons on Silverchair songs for guitar, and I got another big bunch of subscribers when I was doing the year-long guitar practice course that I was following from the book. And still others were subscribed because I was doing pedal clone builds. So yeah, all of that stuff. I mean, it's sort of weird because I started this channel without there being much of a point, and I suppose it still doesn't really have much of a point. It's just an outlet for my hobbies, really. Pardon me. The whole Silverchair lesson thing, I'm not a guitar teacher, as I've said before, and I'm sure many of you noticed I'm not particularly good at guitar. So the Silverchair lessons were because I'm a big fan of Silverchair. I love a lot of their stuff, and when I first started playing guitar, that was the stuff that I was learning because it was relatively easy. A lot of it is fairly easy. Some of it's a little trickier, but it's easy to get your feet wet in guitar if you start with Silverchair songs, I suppose. But the reason why I was posting Silverchair lessons was because there wasn't any on YouTube aside from a few of their more popular ones, such as Tomorrow or Shade, or what was the other big one, was Freak. But yeah, other than those, there really weren't any Silverchair songs on YouTube, so I figured, I knew how to play a lot of them. Maybe not the best, but I knew how to play a lot of them, so I figured I'd pass that along. And that went pretty well. But then I started running out of Silverchair songs to do. And that's where I stand right now. I know a lot of you guys are messaging me every now and then asking when I'm going to do another Silverchair lesson, because there's still a few songs that I haven't done. But to be honest, the ones left that I haven't done, I either don't know how to play at all, or I don't know how to play well enough to sort of pass them along. So that's where I stand with Silverchair lessons. So if any of you guys are hoping that I'll do more Silverchair lessons, I think I'm just about done with them anyway. Maybe in the future, if I get a little better at some of them, maybe I'll pass a couple more along, but as it stands right now, I think I'm pretty much done with Silverchair lessons. So apologies for that. But as I said, I'm not a guitar teacher, so I can't really help too much there. And I know I've done other lessons here and there of other artists, and again, that was just a case of, well, I kind of know how to play this, and there's nothing on YouTube about it, so maybe I'll just do a video. So that's all that was. So the other thing was a guitar aerobics course that I did. that was a book that I was gifted one year, and I figured I would just do it and see if it would help me improve, and it did. And I monitored my progress. The main reason why I videoed my progress was so that it would motivate me to keep doing it. I didn't do it like sort of I didn't want to document the whole thing sort of like as a reference, you know what I mean? Because if that was my intention, it wasn't really a very good reference, because there were some exercises I didn't do very well, and I believe I said so when that happened. But so yeah, it was just more of a motivator to keep me going with it and make me finish it, and I think it accomplished what I wanted it to. And so I know some of you guys had started following me because of that, and when I was finished with the course, you wanted me to keep going with something else, or review other books, that kind of thing. But again, that's not really what I intended with that. I do have a couple other books, and I've been sort of knocking around the idea of maybe trying something else like that. And again, it would just be sort of a motivator to make me practice. But as of this point, I haven't really gone on with anything, as you've seen. But it is a possibility that I might do another book, or complete another course, or start another course, really. So it is a possibility, but there's no current plans for me to do that like immediately. So if you guys are hoping to see more like course material or lessons, that kind of thing, don't hold your breath. It is a possibility, but probably not in the near future. So keep that in mind. And I guess lastly, the guitar pedals and clones and stuff that I build. And once again, that's just a hobby. You know, it's a hobby that I started. I believe I actually started modding first, because there's a lot of mods available on the internet that you can do, and they're fairly simple to start with. And then I started building clones, because it's a bit more challenging, but still relatively easy. You know, I grew up building Lego and models and stuff, so I understand how to follow instructions pretty well, which is sort of what I'm getting at here. I get a lot of comments on some of those videos asking about circuit details, and you know, if I change this, what'll happen, or how can I add this to it, or how can I switch things so that it does this. And so my answer to that is, I'm not a circuit designer or an electrical engineer, that kind of thing. The only things I know about it are very rudimentary. Like I said, I'm really good at following instructions, so I can maybe build sort of a complicated pedal, or something that, well, like the Dr. Boogie or the DFET. Those were like 6 and 7 knob pedals. I can build those. I can follow instructions pretty well, and I can test everything and make sure it works. But I can't design them, and I'm not well educated enough to mess with the circuitry to make something different out of them. So unfortunately, if you guys are looking for instructions, or like if you're looking for guidance on how to circuit bend, or how to modify existing circuits, that kind of thing, again, I don't know how to do that. I just follow instructions. So any video that I've posted so far about pedal modding or clone pedal building, all of that stuff is available on the internet, and every single video, I'm pretty sure, if you look in the description, will have a link to where I found the plans to do what I did. Whether that be a mod, whether that be a clone, there's always some place that I had gone to look up the step-by-step instructions on how to do what I did. So anything beyond that, unfortunately, I can't really help you with, guys. So, yeah, that's about it. The only other thing, I suppose, is maybe a short explanation on why this channel kind of goes dark every now and then. And the answer to that is really partly it's laziness, partly, because the channel is basically just an outlet for my hobbies. Sometimes I just don't do them. Sometime, like right now, I'm sick. We just got past Christmas, which is a very stressful time. It's the middle of winter, everything's dreary up here. I just find it hard to get motivated sometimes to do anything. So unfortunately the channel suffers because of it. Or there's other things, like I don't make a lot of money either. And I know some of you guys will be like, well, you have like 7 or 8 guitars. Well, yes, but the majority of them are inexpensive, and that collection has been building for almost 20 years. So, but, yeah, so I don't have a lot of money, so I will order parts for builds, for instance, and I'll do what I can with what I ordered, and then when I run out of parts, sometimes I don't order anything else right away. Sometimes what I try to do usually is build a bunch of pedals, and the ones I really like I'll keep. The ones I like but maybe not as much, I will complete and try to sell them. And when I sell them, I pool that money and use that money to buy more parts. So unfortunately sometimes I can't sell them very quickly, so sometimes it takes a while to get part money. So that's, things like that where I can't feed the hobby as easily sometimes. Sometimes, like, I work shift work as well, so I'm not always in the best mood to do anything. A lot of times when I'm finished work or when I'm off, I just want to sit and do nothing. So unfortunately that's a bad side effect too, which I really have to address every now and then. Anyway, I'm rambling now. So hopefully this video was a bit of an explanation. If you have any more questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments, and I'll try to address them as I can. But yeah, hopefully that cleared a few things up for you guys. So thanks as always for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. And until next time, take it easy.